Oh, oh,
Oh my God, it's a
that is
San
my best San Patrice
Oh my gosh,
ever.
it was.
Oh my gosh, what a paleo. Hey YouTube, Indiana Smith here. Well, 2021 is now in the history books, and quite a year that it was. But before we close the chapter entirely, I wanted to share with you my artifact finds for the year. Kind of a year in retrospective. Some of these individual finds you will have seen on some of my videos for this last year, but I thought I'd get them together for one last video before we move on into the New Year's hunting. So enjoy the video. So this is everything I found in 2021 in chronological order. This is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and October, November, December. Now I'm going to go over these frames individually and give you close-ups on a few of the better finds. So this was my first point of the year. Little side notch guy out of one of my favorite feeders. There was a nice one that I found on the river. Most of the points I found first quarter were pretty common, except on my second hunt of the year, January, I found this beautiful San Patrice. Okay,
Oh yeah.
just a few seconds later, right here on the front of the bar. Oh, oh,
Oh my God, it's a San
that
Patrice.
is my best San Patrice
Oh my
ever.
gosh, it was.
Oh my gosh, what a paleo. What a way to begin the new year. That is the best San Patrice by far in my collection. And then in March and spring break, you might remember this lovely Wells Point. We just got down here. I just picked up this piece of fossilized turtle shell and I was turning to show it to Noah. And I looked right over here. And there is a nice big point lying right there in the gravel. Oh my goodness.
That's a crazy point.
That is a killer Wells Point. I am so excited. And we found a part of the river with no tracks whatsoever. We're going to have a good day. It was a lot more colorful when it first came out of the water that I found on the river on my trip with the Holt boys. Nice point here. Tip was snapped off, so I just put a little paraffin wax on there to show what the tip would have looked like. And the rest of that quarter was pretty common stuff. This one is colorful. Crude, but colorful chert. The rest, just very typical Northeast Texas pooters, we call them. All right, this is April, May, June right here. You can see there's some pretty good points in here. Everybody asks, what's this thing? I think it's the back of an old watch. It's just got some beautiful filigree design on it. It's copper or bronze, so I kept it. Most of these are just very common Sulphur River points, but a few unique ones here. This Gary is just very slender, well made out of some high grade flint. These two I found with my other son-in-law, Sean, same creek, same day, within about 100 feet of each other. I almost think they may have been made by the same Indian. And then this is kind of a cool point. Late June, I went down on the river with my friend Stephen Kersey, who's filming a documentary. I took some of my finds to show and tell. And while he was setting up his camera equipment, I went wandering around on the gravel bar and found this nice big barbed point that everybody had walked over. And other than that, a few better than average Gary points, but mostly just common East Texas stuff. Okay, July, August, September, the rains stopped. The river quit getting any rain at all, and so I pretty much quit going down there. It was also beastly hot, and the law of diminishing returns kicked in, so very few Sulphur River points here. Started hunting some of my sites in southern Hunt County and made one run down to Limestone County. The Limestone County trip yielded this really sweet little perdiz, this heavily reworked little dart, maybe a Neches River, and one pretty nice preform. My other hunts were nearly all, and this Wells. This nice Wells came from Limestone County. There's one from the river. That's the one I found with my 7th graders this year. You might remember that from the day's video. a really nice little end scraper. I've got one site in southern Hunt County that throws a lot of little arrow points. So I found some really dainty little arrow points and one flake drill there. Also found that unusual Novaculite point. The tip's blunted off on purpose. Then the rest of these are southern Hunt County. This one's kind of unusual. It looks like something in the Dalton family. I love the material. That's called Pisgah Ridge Chert, found in a very narrow area of East Texas. And this thing's heavily ground at the base. It's not real well made, but it's an old point. And then this little black petrified wood Gary was just really nice. Came off a site that throws primarily arrow points with the occasional little dart and quite a few little micro drills. Neat little point. So that was July, August, September. Oh, and one other, when I went down, this is actually from June, when I went down for the Temple show, I went to my friend Doug's place. It was too wet to dig, but I found this beautiful Clear Fork gouge. It was actually on one of his cast-off piles, and I was like, if you don't want that, I'm going to take it home because it was just too nice to dismiss. Now, I'm going to be honest, this fall I was really, really busy. So October, 2 points. That was from my Columbus Day hunt. November, 2 points. Christmas break, I got these 2 points plus that neat little copper mirror frame out of the river. I got so mad at myself with this beautiful little Catahoula bird point. I found it. I brought it home. I took it to show to my son-in-law the next day and dropped it and snapped it clean in half. It glued right back together, but geez, whole for 1,000 years. I have it 24 hours and managed to break it. And then also over Christmas break, went down to Central Texas to my friend Doug's place and we did a screen dig. Got some really nice points. This big old boy, I'm thinking, is something along the lines of a Travis. A couple of the just round back knives that are so plentiful there. A Darl stemmed there on the right. And this early triangular, one of the nicest examples of that type I've ever found. Really, really sweet archaic point. And so that was my year in artifacts. But we're not quite done yet. My son-in-law, Joseph, has also become quite the hunter. He had never found a whole point until this summer. And in June, he went to the river and found this beautiful Gary point with me. We went to my friend Doug's place, and he found this preform hunting around. Then he found this beautiful arrow point. I think it's Bayagula in southern Hunt County. Then I took him down to Limestone County with me. He found this paleo point. He also found another little small point and this beautiful Steiner. That was his first time ever to go grubbing with us. That got him hooked, and since then he's been out several times. As you can see, these are some of his local points that he has found. Several really nice ones there. And this big crude red guy apparently is a rough Dalton. Came off the same side as that Pisgah Ridge Dalton I showed you. And then this fall, he kept going while I was in school and doing book signings. He found these guys on the left here and these guys on the right in southern Hunt County, including a beautiful, tiny little Catahoula. And then when we went to my friend Doug's, he came off with 5 artifacts that day, including this really nice, large stemmed piece, 3 round back knives, and 1 stemmed point. So Joseph has put together an impressive collection in a very short period of time. So anyway, gang, that is the tale of 2021, the year in artifacts. Can't wait to see what 2022 has waiting when we finally get some rain on the river. Take care. Next time, remember, check out my new book, President Hamilton. Still out there, just needs more readers, guys. It's an amazing story. Have a great time, and we will catch you on the next episode.